I do find that the projects really helps me compartmentalize the work so that I don't have it bleeding into each other. And also it removes a lot of the restrictions that you might have for having a free account. This video is going to show you how to set up a project in Claude, which is great if you have thematically similar queries, prompts, help that you're going to need from Claude. So I'm going to reduce myself over into the corner and let's go. So I'm already in my Claude instance and I have Claude Pro. You can only do projects in Claude Pro. If you have the free version, you will be restricted just to using chat to limitations that it gives you. But you can create projects. And so for projects, you can go over here to the sidebar and create projects. So you can see I've got several projects in here. I have ones that are specific to my clients. And so basically I can give those different parameters, but you can also set up projects based on themes that you want to work on. So let's imagine that we wanted to create a project about creating Claude videos. So I'm going to create a new project. I'm going to call it Claude how-to videos for marketers. What you're typing in here is for your reference. So you can remember, why did I create this project? Create project. All right. Now, notice that you've got a few options right out the gate. You can immediately start chatting with Claude. What's great about this project is that it's going to retain information and history of everything that you talk about so that you don't have to worry about, oh no, do you remember what we talked about last time? Remember, it's all confined in this project. This is also a great way to keep things kind of separated off in their own little microcosm so that maybe one client doesn't bleed over into another. You can start off by talking to it right away if you want. And of course, you've got the standard things on the bottom. You can say, hey, do I need sonnet 4.5? Do I want haiku or opus? Maybe I want to do opus for this one since I want some more complex work, but I can also pick some other prior versions as well. I'm going to go with opus 4.5 for this one because I actually want it to kind of help me figure out maybe some scripting ideas and what have you. Extended thinking here. And of course I can add connectors and whatnot. But before we do that, we're going to go over here to the right side. Now remember, project memory, as I just mentioned, is going to show after a few chats, but I can also give it some instructions. Now, this is great for if you're not familiar with prompts. Prompts really are ways that you give the chat instructions. It's just like if you were talking to a coworker or even a subordinate or your kid. Say, hey, I need you to do this thing. Let me give you some context. So what I'm going to do is set some project instructions in here. We're going to work on creating useful how-to videos on my YouTube channel that show fellow marketing professionals how to use Claude AI. Videos need to be short, yet to the point, and impactful. We're going to screen share how to process actions as we narrate what we're doing. You're going to help provide ideas that are useful for marketers of all career stages and experience, and help come up with ideas for short how to use Claude for marketing videos. You also get some other information saying we want these videos to also be SEO and GEO friendly, meaning they are useful videos people are asking for in AI chats as well as search. Okay. And we can add more there, but I'm just giving you some ideas there. So now I've given it instructions. If this is for a client or anything like that, or your own brand, you can actually give the website domain there. It will always know to refer back to it. So now we're going to give it a prompt. Hi, I need you to act as my marketing confidant and buddy. You are an expert at YouTube video idea generation, at what people are searching for on YouTube, and how to create videos that get the best views, most views, and help monetize a marketing YouTube channel. But you're also very keen on breaking down concepts and coming up with video topics and ideas that easily translate to good how-to videos. Plus, we aren't scared of using profanity and being super quirky yet concise in our video scripts. Okay, so I just gave it some information to start off with. You can go way deeper. If you have a Word document or something like that your brand guidelines are in, or a PDF, you can upload that and say, here are my brand guidelines. If you are like Oxford comma or not Oxford comma. Oxford comma, by the way, is always right. But you can give it that. So now I've given it that. So of course it's very affirming in its tone. I'm so here for this. You're basically assembling the Avengers of marketing content. I think it's taking that from other stuff that I've put in other projects because I do love the Avengers. Anyway, except instead of fighting Thanos, fighting blank page, 30 plus marketer reality check. These folks aren't digital natives, so it's reading those instructions I gave it. I always hit shift enter so I always like to give a longer answer. There you go. So Notice we're off to the races, so we can keep going with this. This is the chat. We're in the YouTube channel growth and monetization strategy. It named it that. If I want, I can rename that. So I'm going to actually say initial YouTube ideation chat. And that I recorded it. Now I can also change this. If this actually belongs in another project, I can move it from this project to another of my projects or remove it from the project altogether so it stands alone as a chat. I can also star it if I want to. But I'm going to leave this alone for right now because now I'm going to come back out. Here is my project that, again, I can reference over here on the sidebar. Notice that the chat's already going and I can jump back into that if I want to. I also forgot to mention, you can upload files. So if there are any reports or an analysis or anything that you want to give it to say, I'd like you to consider this in this project and only in the context of this project, it will do that. So that's how you basically get started with a Claude project. I'm loving it. I really find this to be one of the aspects of working with Claude in a pro account that is useful to me. So if you are, and it's not too bad, it's like $20 a month. I feel like that's a good investment for me. Do what you need to do. I do find that the projects really helps me compartmentalize the work so that I don't have it bleeding into each other. And also it removes a lot of the restrictions that you might have for having a free account. I hope you found this helpful. Like if you found this helpful, subscribe if you'd like to get more videos that help you be a better user of AI when it comes to your marketing. Thanks. You're still here? It's over. But you should hit like on this video before you head out and subscribe if you want to get more videos that'll help you realize how much more there is to marketing. See what I did there?